What's up, Zox fan? We have a lot to get into in today's video with Tribe 9, from updates to announcements and things that you guys definitely want to make sure that you are partaking in. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. Starting out with the maintenance notice that's going to be coming. We obviously have a massive maintenance that's going to be happening, and this is going to be taking place today. It is March 12th. It is going to be happening at 11 p.m. PDT time, all the way to 3 a.m. PDT time. So make sure that whatever it is that you need to get done, you get done for the day. Like today, personally for me, I'm going to be spending some time grinding on my account, just getting ready for the update, and then we're going to be actually streaming during the update, probably doing pulls, etc., all that great stuff, right? Now, of course, with that, moving on, one thing that they actually did that I thought was really cool was they did a update notes mini edition. Okay, so we actually get to see a little bit of a sneak peek, I guess, in terms of how they are implementing some things, or some of the major things that a lot of players were asking for. So basically, in the upcoming version 1.0.10, the update adds a retry option for with lower difficulty for story battles when you lose. Lower difficulty means your party gets a boost in that fight. So you can see here it says restart with lower difficulty or challenge again. Challenge again, I guess, is going to allow you to be able to try with the same difficulty, edit and try again. Obviously, change your team up or swap some things, cards on your team, and then try again with the same difficulty, and then restart with lower difficulty is going to give your team that boost, which is going to be pretty cool, right? Now, on top of that, they also decided to tease the skip button. Now, I know a lot of people are hyped about the skip button. For me, I'm gonna not really honestly use it because I actually am enjoying the story. Maybe certain portions, like this text message scene, which I guess is kind of a thing, but also I do go back and read those, so I don't think it really matters for me so much. But for those that are like, hey, I want to get into the combat, you now have that option, right? So in the top left corner, there is now going to be a skip button, right? And this is a pretty massive thing. It's going to basically let you, let me see if I can actually open this in a new tab so you guys can see this, right? So there you go. You can see right there in the top left corner, we're going to have that skip button. So this is actually just going to be giving you more just ability to jump right into combat. I guess kind of sort of breaking some of that immersion for some people that like just want to go from fight to fight, which again is really good just to have that option. So I think that this is something that is going to satisfy both those that, are going to read it regardless, and those that are looking to just kind of move past and go into like other things in the game, right? So definitely nice to see that. And then another thing, and this is one thing I also wanted to kind of talk about real quick, was that they actually decided to put another kind of mention, I would say, and actually even update us even further on what exactly is happening with tension cards. Now, the tension cards, it says here in the update notes mini edition, the upcoming version 1.0.10 update removes tension costs from almost all tension cards. Now, this is a really, really specific terminology or wording here. This update removes tension costs from almost all tension cards. So that to me is very, very specific. The other thing that also is a huge play here is that they also decided to add synergy icons to the cards. So finding cards with matching effects makes it easier and a lot more digestible. This is going to make it much easier for us to be able to pump out, and like for myself, for example, to pump out certain videos and make it clearly indicated what is what, right? What pairs up with what? How does it pair, and what is the most efficient in that said group to pair, right? And so that's something that is really, really good. Just not only on the note of making content creation, but also for those that are theory crafters and like to figure out things on their own, or going through the game and might come to YouTube later. Is going to make it easier for you to be able to navigate and figure out what exactly you need to combine to get to work, right? Or how things might work. So it's just more indication on values, right? Now, the other thing that's also really neat here too, is that, like, for example, on this card, Full Party, this is a 3-star card. So let's actually open this one up in a separate tab. This one is interesting to show because this actually is showcasing that the card basically has no tension costs, right? And so that to me was like, I was like, okay, well, is this going to be the official version? And I'm assuming so because they're showing it here. But that's kind of huge because if we go in game real quick, I think this tension card actually has a cost. And let me double check real quick. This tension card has a cost of 15. When the card is active, it consumes tension by 15. And that is not here. Right. So this means that if they decided to go the route of taking tension costs off of almost all tension cards, including some of the cards that would be 3 stars, or even if they did it for some of the EXs, that is literally going to be game changing. Like, this was already something that was going to be game changing, but this is going to be even more insane when we're actually able to see all these things in the game. So yeah, I'm excited. I didn't think they were going to go that far, but hey, I'll say I'll take it. This is actually going to make a huge difference in tension consumption. And you're still, like, again, Full Party is one of the better tension cards in the entire game. Just starting out off rip. Just seeing that value immediately is going to be on accessible cards already is going to be huge, right? Not just the ones that you got to wait and pull for and hope you get, but the ones that you're immediately going to have is really nice, right? Now, going back, I think that that's actually all that they go to show for the mini edition. Oh, actually, they got one more thing, right? So this is actually, oh, hold on. Let me actually turn this down some. Okay. Yeah, this is actually for the Happy Worker. So with the Happy Worker change, what they decided to actually do here, they basically make it to where you can access the Happy Worker from your side scroll, like, or sidebar menu. So you never actually have to teleport back to the Happy Worker to do your dailies. You can just accept your dailies from the side screen and keep it moving, right? So they're kind of showing us how we're able to basically kind of do that here, which is kind of neat. I think that that's actually a really, really good update. And I definitely think that that's a nice QOL function, right? So I think that that is actually all of the things that they go to show with their mini update. I think that they definitely should continue to do this. Definitely something that is really nice to see with the game, and just in terms of giving us more value. And really, honestly, I feel like they're putting a really good foot forward, moving past the massive reimbursement update. We're definitely seeing a ton of different things that's really, really good to see, right? All right, so with that being said, okay, guys, we got a couple of other things I want to get into. And this is something that also they haven't noted yet, but I'm pretty sure they're going to mention it throughout the day. But Kazuki's banner is coming, right? It's huge, right? So with that, I wanted to talk about one thing here in the game that I think this is something that they absolutely need to maintain. Now, jumping into the gacha, I felt like this was definitely something worth mentioning because we don't usually get to see this often in a lot of gacha games, where, like, in the next 19 hours, we're going to be having the update. And then with that, we also should be getting the Kazuki banner. I know in the update notice or director's letter, it did mention that Kazuki was going to be a part of update 1.0.10. And so with that, this is going to leave it to where we have about 6 days left, relatively, almost a full 7 days left on Simba's banner. And this is something that is actually really good for the players. This gives us a little bit more of the power of choice, and you're not really going to be experiencing FOMO. Now, what I mean by this is that we're going to still have Simba's banner up at the same time Kazuki banner comes into the game. And this is going to allow you as a player for you to be able to say, hey, if I haven't pulled Simba, I can snatch her because maybe Kazuki isn't for you. But if you decided that, hey, I want both, you can still get both. Now, the other thing that's really nice about this, and I'm hoping that this is a trend that they continue, which is why I'm speaking on it, is that they continue to give us that interval where we have that opportunity to decide when a new unit comes in, because that's going to be massive. Like, say, for example, like, how many games have you played where the banner before, like, the optimal unit was on the banner before to be paired with the new unit that just came out, but the old unit before is gone, and now you have to wait 3-4 months for that unit to rotate back in. So it's like little stuff like that, right? And this is going to actually give us able time to be able to test out things, see where units stand, and who knows, that might be a combination where it's like, ooh, I want that, right? And that gives you the opportunity to be able to snag it. And so these are things that I definitely think are huge pluses. This isn't really talked about or hasn't been been really talked about, but I feel like it is worth mentioning because it is a really big deal when we're talking about the power of choice for the player, and all of the things that they've been doing to basically take necessary steps forward. I feel like they've been taking like huge leaps forward where they're not just taking one step, but it's been like 10, 20 steps at a time. And this is just, again, really, really good for the game. Now, the other thing is too, and this is going to gateway us into some of the massive news that I wanted to share with you guys, and what I actually plan on doing with the channel. So this is something that, is just been kind of the whole point, I guess, kind of working up to this point. I'm just glad that the company is being as receptive as they have been. I am happy to announce that Akatsuki actually reached out. And this isn't just like an opportunity for me, but this is actually an opportunity for you guys. One of the things that I definitely felt like was worth mentioning was that they are looking forward to feedback sessions. So this is actually a able opportunity for me as a creator. And as somebody that I would say is housing a pretty good portion of the community in the Discord, and is still growing, basically a opportunity for you guys to be able to give feedback, maybe potentially answer certain things or get answers to certain things that we are still confused on. And so also with this update, and with a lot of different things, I'm actually going to also be updating a lot of videos. So definitely bear with me. And with those updated videos, I'm going to try to make sure I have a lot more confirmed information. So I am going to be doing my due diligence to get more confirmed info from them as much as I possibly can. And for all of the previous videos, I will be taking those down if they fall into an umbrella of like, okay, this is what, it's kind of going way too much to like say the left of not really grasping what something really is in the game versus what it actually is due to like say like dev confirming this, right? Or confirming this is how something actually works. So yes, there will be a section in the Discord. I obviously have a group of people that's also been working diligently. Giselle, Tilt just recently decided to join to help out. These are active community members in the Discord that are constantly putting together different things. Like for example, like maps on, how and ways to efficiently get through like the fractal vice, things of that nature. We're going to have different sections for the information that they're putting together. But also we're going to have a separate section for you guys to be able to give feedback. I think that this is a great way, for us to be able to communicate more with the development team. And I'm glad that they're opening this door. I don't think you guys understand how happy this is making me, because I actually genuinely am having a ton of fun with this game. So yeah, guys, anything from news and more, obviously we're going to be a hot spot for that. But I definitely wanted to let you guys in on that. I definitely will say, I am still a separate entity from the company. They are still their own entity as well. But I definitely thought that was worth mentioning to you guys. None of this would be possible if it wasn't for you guys showing as much love to my videos, and making this possible, man. You guys have made this genuinely a fun experience for me. I haven't had fun on a mobile game in a really, really long time. So much so, like I've literally been making AAA content on my other game, on my other channel. And so for me to be jumping back into it, getting like, as much love from you guys. And just honestly, we just all are kind of coming together to really figure out things in the game. It's been like just one of the funnest experiences I've had in a really, really long time. And I've been doing this for 8 years now. So I just want to tell you guys thank you, simply. But yeah, it's a pretty big deal. Again, if you guys have not, make sure that you guys join the Discord, man, because that's going to be a huge source for you guys to be able to get information. Now that we are basically officially able to have that kind of bridge where we're able to have an opportunity to actually talk directly with the developers and stuff, I feel like this is actually a really, really good opportunity to see more things potentially coming into the game. I'm excited, man. Like I really genuinely think that this is going to be great. So yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. If you have not, make sure you guys share the Discord. Let people know as well, because I really want to make sure I'm accumulating as much feedback as I possibly can. This is actually a big part of my skill set. This is what I do for other companies as well. So yeah, this ain't the first rodeo. But either way, man, make sure you guys let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Everyone, stay blessed, and I hope to see you guys at the streams and on future videos. All right, guys, I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, peace.